Welcome to my February book haul. Today I'm going to be sharing with you all of the books that I bought in February. I bought quite a lot of books this month, so I'm not going to have too long an introduction. I'm just going to dive straight into the books that I bought. So we'll start with the first stack. I did do another works order. So I did do a whole book haul from the works last month, I think, but I bought some more books. There were some special editions that I just couldn't resist, so I will show you those to you. So the first one I picked up, I got Out of the Woods by Hannah Bonham Young. And I know you're probably thinking, didn't you buy that in your last book haul? And you would be correct, I did buy a copy of this book previously, but that one is a signed edition. This one has the sprayed edges, so this is from the works. They did quite a few books in January. They did this whole month of releasing sprayed edges books, and I just couldn't resist having this sprayed edge edition. So I really do hope I like the book. If not, then I will probably get rid of one of these copies, but I just couldn't resist the sprayed edges. I was doing an order anyway, so I decided to pick that one up. Then I got Filthy Rich Fae by Geneva Lee, Geneva Lee. This one I don't know too much about. I do have the first book in the other series, the Filthy Rich Vampire series. I have started that one a while ago, but I haven't really got too far into it, so I definitely need to go back and pick that up. But I just, again, couldn't resist the sprayed edges. This one has just plain pink, but I love the hot pink sprayed edges, and yeah, the cover is beautiful, so I can't wait to pick that up. Then we have Dream Girl Drama by Tessa Bailey. This was the main reason that I did place this order. This was for the sprayed edge edition, and we have the pink and red hockey sticks. I just love this one. I think it's really pretty, and I have mixed feelings about Tessa Bailey's books. I've read quite a few. Some I've really loved, some not so much, so I'm excited to dive into this one and see what I make of it. Then we have The Summer I Destroyed You by Elizabeth O'Rourke. So I have been slowly collecting this series, so I do have the other books in this series, but I didn't have this one, so I decided to pick that one up to complete that set. It's a series I do plan to read soon. Then we have Five Broken Blades by May Corland. This one is a fantasy book. There is a second book out. I can't remember what that one's called. I don't think the works have got that one yet, but this one, again, I picked up for the sprayed edges. I just couldn't resist it. And I'm really in a fantasy mood at the moment. I'm reading quite a lot, so I just couldn't resist. And then the last one I picked up, you'll actually see another edition of this in this video, is First Time Caller by B.K. Borison. I couldn't resist the sprayed edges. I love how it's the cover on the spine there. Absolutely gorgeous. I don't know anything really about this book. I haven't read this book. I really hope I love it because I do have another edition that you'll see later on in this video, but couldn't resist those sprayed edges. So that was my books from the works. Then we have my two Afterglow books for this month. So Afterglow is a kind of imprint of Mills and Boons, or Mills and Boon, and I do subscribe and get the 2 books each month. So we have Breakpoint by Yara St. John, and this I think is obviously going to be a tennis romance. I've read a few tennis romances, but I've not read anything from this author before, so excited to check that one out. On the back it gives you the tropes, and it says it's a sports romance, second chance, enemies to lovers, so looking forward to checking that one out. And then the next one we have is Love and Other Hollywood Endings by Susanna Irwin. And that's that one, and this one says it's a second chance workplace romance, grumpy sunshine, so love those tropes, can't wait to get to that one. I've not read anything from this author either. Then I have a couple of books from Vinted. So I ordered this, I selected this bundle. This bundle came from one seller, and the reason I bought it was mainly for one book, and they just added some other on just to make the postage worthwhile. So the first one I have is Live Ranch Love by Emma Lucy, and this one is a cowboy romance. I absolutely love the pink cover on this one, and this author is actually a UK author, which I think is really unusual to find. I feel like a lot of the romance authors that I read are American authors, so I love to find and support UK authors. So when I saw this on Vinted, I was really intrigued. I believe this, currently it's indie published, but I have seen that this is also going to be traditionally published later in the year, which is really exciting. So I really hope I love that one. Then I picked up Rootbound by Tara DeWitt. This one I don't know too much about, but I've heard nothing but good things about Tara DeWitt's books, so I'm really excited to check this one out. And all of these books were only £1, and then I have the Au Pair Affair by Tessa Bailey. I didn't actually own this one, so I decided to pick up a copy because it was only £1. I haven't actually read any of the books in this series. The new book that I've just picked up is part of this series, so I do need to get on and read that series so I can get to the new books that I've just picked up, but looking forward to checking that out. Then I have Flat Out Sexy by Erin McCarthy. This one I bought off of eBay, and this is for a video project that I'm working on in terms of reading racing romances. This is one that I've seen and I want to check out. Then we have some more Vinted books. So this is, these again were only like £1 each. So this is The Girl Who Fell Beneath the Sea by Axie O. I just love the cover of this one. It's really pretty. I don't know too much about it other than it's some sort of fantasy, but the cover sold me on that one. And then this other one again is another one I've heard quite a lot of people talk about. I don't know too much about what it is about. And again, the cover is beautiful, and it is Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies by Heather Fawcett. Just the cover on that is beautiful, and there's two other books. I think there's 3 books out in total in this series, and the covers are all stunning, so I really hope I do enjoy that one. Then we have my Afterlight book for the month, and you won't be surprised to see that it's First Time Caller by B.K. Borison. So yes, I do already have a copy of this. Yeah, I didn't necessarily need to buy the Works edition, but it's too pretty not to. So this is the artwork that comes in this edition, and I haven't actually looked at the naked hardcover. Is really pretty as well. And this does have sprayed edges as well, but I feel like I prefer the Works sprayed edges. There's a lot more, I guess, intricate work on the Works ones because it basically mirrors the cover, whereas this is a bit more of a simple design. But stunning edition. Really hope I like the book because I would be devastated to have to get rid of it. Then we have some books that I got off of Amazon. I was buying some other things and these were in my cart, and so I just decided to purchase them. So I saw in February the National Theatre Live screening of The Importance of Being Earnest. I've seen the play before, but the National Theatre Live performance was absolutely phenomenal, and I decided that I wanted to read the play, so I picked up this edition of The Plays of Oscar Wilde. So this has, I don't know if it has all of his plays in or just some of them, but The Importance of Being Earnest is in there, and I really want to read that, and I will probably read through the other plays as well. You will see that I do have another edition of this because I couldn't basically decide which edition to get, so I just was like, let's get both, and so I did. So that's that one. Then we have this gorgeous edition of Hooked by Emily McIntyre. This is the special edition that she's released. I believe she's releasing the whole series with these special editions. I have pre-ordered Scarred, and obviously this is Hooked. So it's got Big Ben and the Tower Bridge, and it's like a cloth bound like hardback, so it's all foiled on. It's absolutely beautiful, and then it's got the sprayed edges as well, and it says Darling and has like the little clock there. Absolutely gorgeous edition. I have obviously the original paperbacks up here, and I just love this series, so I had to pick up this special edition, and I absolutely love it. And then I picked up The Crimson Moth by Kristen Cicerelli. This I have already read and just wanted a copy for my shelf. And I love this cover as well. This one is really good. It's a fantasy. I think it's classed as young adult. I'm not 100% sure, but I really loved this one and I can't wait to read the second one, which you will see a little bit later on in this video as well. Then we have some charity book purchases. So the first one is Let Me Burn by Carrie Elks. The charity shop had an offer for 2 for £1. So 2 of these books I got for basically 50p each. And that was one of them. I don't know anything about this book, but I basically needed another book to get 2 for £1. And this, I think I've got some of this author's books on my Kindle, but excited to get to that. Then we have March's End by Daniel Polanski, and I picked this up because I just love the look of the cover, and this is some sort of fantasy, I believe. I'm not even sure if it's a romance or if it's just straight up fantasy, but I was intrigued by the cover and the blurb sounded interesting, so decided to pick that up. And then I got these 2 books. These are part of a series. I got Dance of Thieves by Mary E. Pearson and Vow of Thieves by Mary E. Pearson. These are really pretty covers and they are in like perfect condition. I don't think that they've been read at all. And these were £1 each. And yeah, I don't know anything about them, but I believe they're fantasy. And as I say, I've heard good things about, not this book series, but her other series. What's that one called? The Remnant Chronicles, is it? Yeah, the Remnant Chronicles. I remember those being really popular quite a few years ago, so I'm excited to check those ones out. And we've only got 3 books left, so if you're still here, there's not too many to go. The next one is another copy of Oscar Wilde's plays. This is the Vintage Classics edition. Oh, I didn't mention what edition that other one was. I don't actually know. This edition is... Oh, this is a Wordsworth Classics edition, and this is a Vintage Classics edition. I have quite a lot of Vintage Classics. I love them with the red spine. I love how they look on the shelf. So when I was looking at these, I was like, I don't know which one to get, so that's why I got both. This one I got from eBay, so this one is a second-hand copy. And it's The Importance of Being Earnest and Other Plays. So this cover is a scene from the play. And I don't think this one has as many of his plays in as the other edition. But it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of his plays. Whereas I feel like this had more in. But I could be making that up. Hmm. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this has 9 of his plays in, whereas this only had, did I say 6? So this one has got more in than this one, but I just couldn't resist getting both. What are you gonna do? And then I picked up Foul Lady Fortune by Chloe Gong off of Vinted. I don't know anything about this book, but the cover is gorgeous. It's pink. I love pink. And I've heard about Chloe Gong's books, not this one in particular, but These Violent Delights. I remember a lot of people talking about it. I think this is the first book in a new series. I think the first, I think from what I've seen, These Violent Delights and Our Violet End are like a duet, and then there's this one and another one which is a duet, but I think it's set in the same world, so I'm hoping I can read this one without reading the other ones, but do let me know and I will get to that at some point. And then the last book I picked up I'm really excited for. It is The Rebel Witch by Kristen Cicerelli. This is book 2 to the oh god, what was that other one called? Crimson Moth. I'm so excited for this one. The Crimson Moth ended on such a massive cliffhanger. I cannot wait to dive into this one. I don't know when I'm going to get to this one because I've got quite a few library books that are due back this week, so I probably won't get into this for another few weeks, but I am really excited to get to it. And yeah, the cover on this one is absolutely gorgeous as well. I think this is even nicer than the Crimson Moth. It's like got pink and purple, and yeah, I love this and I cannot wait to get into it. So those are all of the books that I bought for February. I'm hoping that I won't have as many to haul in March, but March is my birthday month, so there is potentially more books to come. So I will see you guys in my next video.